Hi, Lawrence. This is Dave. You certainly can create Twitter feeds in your Blackboard course, like the ones that you saw Katie using in her presentation at the retreat. To do so, you just have to go to Twitter and log on as yourself, and then go to twitter.com/settings/widgets. That's the only way I can figure out right offhand to get to it, is to actually type in the URL after you've logged into Twitter. You'll be at twitter.com, and then you just type in settings/widgets and go to your widgets page. There must be another way to get there, but this is the only one I know. Then you create a new widget, and you can create several different types of widgets based upon different kind of search criteria. In Twitter, you can have all of your tweets show up with a user timeline, or you can make a search widget, which is usually more useful, by clicking on the word search. And usually what you use here is a hashtag, which is just a string of text that starts with a pound sign and then contains some other letters that are descriptive of what you want to search for. A hashtag is something that you then use whenever you tweet about your course. You include it in the tweet as part of the 140 characters, and Twitter will automatically pick that up. You can search for that hashtag. You give the hashtag to your students when they tweet. If they include that hashtag in the tweet, it will be picked up by the Twitter feed in your course. So all you have to do really here to make a search tweet is to type in a hashtag, pound sign, and I want to make one called INTROSC, which is going to be useful in my Introduction to Screencasting course. So it kind of reminds me that I'm talking about an Introduction to Screencasting, SC. You really don't have to change anything else. You can change the colors and things like that if you like, but you don't have to. So you just type in this hashtag in the search query box and click Create Widget. It'll give you a preview. There's my one tweet that I've made so far with that hashtag in it. And that's how it looks. You just include that hashtag anywhere in the tweet. It doesn't matter where it is, as long as it's correctly spelled. You get a script here, which you right-click on and copy to the clipboard. Then you go into your Blackboard course. To embed that widget in your Blackboard course, you just have to make an item in some content area. I'm just going to use my home page here, but any content area will do. I'm going to build content item, and then I'll call it Twitter feed for course, or whatever I want to call it. Now I just need to get that string of script code that Twitter produced for me into this text box here, but I need to get it into the so-called HTML code view, which I get to by clicking on the HTML button here in the third row of the editor. If you don't see 3 rows of icons in your editor, click this icon here, which will expand and contract the editor button bars. So I'm just going to click on HTML there, and bring that over, and I'm just going to paste the code from Twitter into the HTML code view and click Update. Then I'm going to just click Submit to save that. For some reason it doesn't show up properly right away. I can click on the link here under Twitter feed for course, and it starts telling me, oh, this is outside Blackboard, yada yada yada. But if I just do that once and then go back into my course, reload the home page or the content area where the Twitter feed is, you see something like this, which will have all the tweets that include that hashtag in the Blackboard item. and they'll keep adding as more people tweet with that hashtag included. And eventually they'll start running off the bottom, but you'll have a scroll bar here that you can scroll down to the older ones. And eventually tweets become unavailable, but they'll be there for quite some good long time. If you have a Twitter account, you can even tweet from here with this hashtag just by clicking on this little link down here at the bottom. And it'll pull up a tweet box and with the hashtag already in it. You do, if you want to actually participate and post to Twitter, you have to have a Twitter account. So if you click on this and you're not already logged into Twitter, it'll prompt you to log in. So you got to have an account. But anybody can just read the tweets. They don't have to have an account in order to read them. So that's how you can, and this is dynamic. It will add new tweets as they are added to Twitter. So this is a very cool way to keep a discussion going in your course without the rather clunky infrastructure of a discussion forum. It's not something you really grade, but it is great for just ad hoc communication. And a neat way to supplement your announcements. So I think that was what you were asking about, and I hope that helps. Please let me know if you have further questions.